Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Keenan. I am the Chief Executive Officer at Scenic Rim Regional Council. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging and congratulate them on their continued nurture of culture. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Scenic Rim Regional Council as we swear in our newly elected Mayor and councillors. Those who've been chosen to represent their communities and work for the benefit of the Scenic Rim as a whole have a great responsibility ahead of them. On behalf of Council's executive team and all the Council employees, I'm looking forward to working in partnership with our new Mayor and councillors to deliver the highest standards of services to our residents, ratepayers and business operators across the region. Following the local government elections on the 16th of March 2024, the Electoral Commission of Queensland declared the final results on the Saturday, the 30th of March. The Local Government Act requires each councillor to make a declaration of office before commencing their role. And as Chief Executive Officer, I am authorised to take this declaration of office and keep a record of the declarations. I will begin with the Mayor and then ask each councillor from Division 1 to Division 6 to read their declaration in full. The Electoral Commission has advised you that Thomas James Sharp has been elected as a councillor of Scenic Rim Regional Council in the role of Mayor. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration.
I, Thomas James Sharp, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Oh, no, you keep that one, sorry. Congratulations, Mr Mayor, on your appointment to Council. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr Mayor. Now we need to stand here to get a photo.
Are we all good?
Thank you. Well done again, Mr Mayor.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
I will now move to the declaration of office for each of the newly elected councillors. Firstly, Division 1. The Electoral Commission has advised that you, Joanne Hay, has been elected as councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, representing Division 1. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to come forward and make your declaration.
Thank you, CEO. I, Joanne Hay, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and the code of conduct for councillors under Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Judy.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations, Councillor Hay, and welcome back to Council. For Division 2, the Electoral Commission has advised that you, Kerry Marie Robin Cryer, has been elected as Councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, representing Division 2. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration. Should be on.
Thank you, CEO.
Might not be on.
Thank you, CEO.
I reckon you've got to push it down. Try now.
Thank you, CEO. I, Kerry Marie Robin Cryer, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations, Councillor Cryer, and welcome to Council. For Division 3, the Electoral Commission has advised that you, Stephen Andrew Moriarty, has been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, representing Division 3. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration.
Thank you, David. I, Stephen Andrew Moriarty, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations, Councillor Moriarty, and welcome to Council. For Division 4, the Electoral Commission has advised that you, Jennifer Sanders, has been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, representing Division 4. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration.
I, Jennifer Sanders, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and the code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations, Councillor Sanders, and welcome to Council. For Division 5, the Electoral Commission has advised that you, Marshal John Chalk, has been elected as a councillor representing Division 5. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration.
Thank you, CEO. I, Marshal John Chalk, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations, Councillor Chalk, and welcome back to Council. For Division 6, the Electoral Commission has advised that you, Duncan Alexander McGuinness, has been elected as a councillor representing Division 6. In accordance with Section 169 of the Local Government Act 2009, I invite you to make your declaration.
Thank you very much, CEO. I, Duncan Alexander McGuinness, having been elected as a councillor of the Scenic Rim Regional Council, declare that I will faithfully and impartially fulfil the duties of the office in accordance with the local government principles and the code of conduct for councillors under the Local Government Act of 2009 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations, Councillor McGuinness, and welcome back to Council. That concludes our formal declarations for today. Our post-election meeting will be held tomorrow, Friday the 5th of April, to appoint a Deputy Mayor, a Chair and Deputy Chair of the Local Disaster Management Group, and Audit and Risk Committee representatives. At this meeting, we will also adopt a meeting schedule for the coming months and note the election results provided by the Electoral Commission of Queensland. I would like now to hand over to Mayor Tom Sharp.
Thank you, everyone. Just very quickly, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our federal member, the Honourable Scott Buchholz, here today, who's made time to be here today, along with our state member, Mr. John Krause. I really appreciate you gentlemen for both being here, given your extremely busy schedules. And I'd just like to call the Honourable Scott Buchholz to the stage to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And firstly, can I acknowledge each of you in the room? And let me say that the sense of pride that you hold for one of the councillors that you may be here supporting today, or if you're just here as a community member interested in local government, to celebrate our community's next step forward. Can I acknowledge each of the councillors? Congratulations on a win. My darling partner is a school teacher, and she said, I wonder how many school teachers there would be in our community if every 3 years their continued employment was dependent on a vote from the children, parents and other staff members. But as councillors, that is the benchmark. As public office, and Johnny Krause, my great friend from state government, attests, that is the benchmark, that is what we hold ourselves to go back every 3, 4 years, whatever it is, 4-year terms and these guys in 3 years on ours. And we hand that privilege to the community as to our worthiness. But I too want to associate myself with the pride that you all should have for these amazing people. Our community has been crying and sent a very strong message that they wanted renewal, that they wanted a freshness. So I think from a corporate governance perspective, we have a really, really good blend. I mean, a blend of new, fresh faces, a new mayor, with the old. Duncan, how many terms have you served? How many, sir? 4. Yeah, just starting to get good at it, hey mate? Yeah. But to have that corporate knowledge mixed with that freshness, our community is the beneficiary of that. It brings fresh ideas, it brings new energy, it brings a new and invigorated leadership from Tom, of which I wholeheartedly support. And the CEO, David Keenan, for your leadership in this. I mean, as each of our councillors today signed their declaration, they pledged a loyalty and to uphold the Local Government Act and a code of conduct. That Local Government Act can at times be a heavier weight for people to navigate. And it's the staff that are here today from Scenic Rim whose job is to assist in that program. Sometimes as councillors, it's the easy part of the job is to say yes and I have a bucket of money. The difficult part sometimes is that to say no and there is no money. But I know each time I am in the presence of these councillors and mayor, traditionally I have felt their hands slip into my pocket of the federal government looking for funding, of which I'm always happy to partner up with. And Scenic Rim has been an amazing beneficiary of significant funding from the federal government. Can I wish you all personally the best for the next 4 years? And I can't, on behalf of Christine and myself, I just want to say that our door is always open to each of you and the staff here at the Scenic Rim, of course, for the betterment of our community. Good luck and thank you all for attending. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott, for those kind words of support and collaboration. I'd also like to now call upon Mr. John Krause. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Mayor, for the invitation to say a few words. I will associate myself with everything Scott said and save time, other than the bit about Duncan being an old man and him being here for too long. Duncan, congratulations on your re-election. Congratulations to all of you on your election and re-election, and congratulations, Mayor, on your election. It takes courage to put your hand up to go to election. We all know that. It takes even more courage to come back. And there's Jennifer, who's returning to council after some time away, and others who are coming back for another consecutive term. So well done. I look forward to being able to support you all. And we have a lot of challenges in our region from an infrastructure perspective, from an employment perspective, from an environmental perspective in some respects. And I want you to know, as a state representative, I look forward to a new dialogue with the council so that we can always go forward together to lobby the state government, to lobby the federal government if necessary. And we've always had that dialogue in the past, but I think now is the time for that to be renewed when we have a new council and a new mayor and a number of new faces around the table as well. So all I can say is congratulations. I'm always here to help as well. As your state representative, we have to look after the Local Government Act, And I think some of you will have comments about the Local Government Act very, very shortly into your council careers, so my door is always open in that respect as well. Well done, thank you, have a great day.
Again, thank you, John, thank you, Scott, not only for your kind words to the public and to the councillors here today, but I'm sure that I can speak on behalf of the council that we look forward to working with you and supporting you and your office in the endeavours that you do for our region in advancing this region for the people. So thank you very much. I promise, ladies and gentlemen, it won't be a long speech. Firstly, I wish to address this afternoon is to honour the compliment paid to my fellow councillors and myself through your actions in entrusting the governance of this region to us for the next 4 years, and acknowledging of that trust its overwhelming endorsement. I further acknowledge that amongst the gathering here today are family members and friends of the collective councillors, together with their supporters. I particularly acknowledge a specific group within the ranks today, and I thank them for their dedication and strength of purpose and unwavering support. I also acknowledge my family members in the audience today. Ladies and gentlemen, the election is now behind us, and the task ahead is to unite as a governing body in an attempt to consider in unison the challenges of 2024-25 and the years beyond. The council I expect to lead will not be travelling the well-worn path to the office of the Independent Assessor or other avenues of official complaint. I hope to lead a council capable of resolving their own conflicts. I again restate my commitments in unifying this region and having council engage with the people and to start listening to the people, to restore the authority to the elected councillor, to introduce budget reform and financial discipline, to introduce transparency and accountability, to remove the toxic culture, to stop the waste and introduce efficiency. We as a council now need to focus on how we can best address the big ticket items which are bearing down on us and are not receiving the attention they should through advocacy or funding, and that need is advancing at a rapid rate. These items include, but are not limited to, transport networks, sport and recreational infrastructure, and the maintenance thereof, along with a centre of excellence to further advance the highly beneficial programs of food processing, rural production, and agritourism already in existence throughout this region. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the Scenic Rim Regional Council executive and staff, both administrative and operational. I look forward to developing an erstwhile relationship as we forge a path together in delivering the services and infrastructure the people of this region require. Thank you to everyone who has joined us here today, and I would now like to invite you to join us for some light refreshments. Thank you very much.